Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Zilliqa's next price action is obviously going to depend on what Bitcoin is going to be doing. So everything is directly correlated, or altcoins mostly depend on what BTC is doing. And right now, we obviously observed that the Bitcoin dominance was obviously, becoming stronger and stronger. So this is one of the reasons why I really think that obviously today happens to be the 28th of December. It's a Monday. Today is going to be like a very important day in terms of what's really going to be happening, like obviously like in the next 48 to 72 hours from now. Obviously today is not really like a very good day. We're down by about 9.7%, which is not very bad due to the fact that we are almost at 8 cents and we have come from a long journey. So I'm not really annoyed about this particular thing. So anyhow, what I really want to talk about is obviously the way Bitcoin affects alternative cryptocurrencies, because today I had a situation where Constantine, who happens to be like one of my long-term supporters, like this guy is like an OG on this particular channel, he told me that a few weeks ago, right, he was asking me whether the price of Zilliqa was going to reach 10 cents, and my answer was it depends on what BTC was going to do. And I really stick to this particular way of trading because everything depends. I can't really project what the price is going to do extremely far in the future. I react to what the price is doing, and then based on that, right, I can base my short term to mid-term type of analysis. Like for example, if we take a look at the price action of BTC, right, I can only know that, for example, this particular area is an area of resistance due to the fact that we are having some sort of evidence in the price right now. For example, if we take a look at the MACD, right, we're obviously having that situation. If we take a look at the RSI as well, right, we're obviously having that situation. We are losing momentum. We are obviously losing momentum, and due to the fact that we previously had this particular momentum loss on the 17th of January, right, and we also had this same particular level, right, and look at where the price has obviously gone to. We have like some sort of bearish divergence, and from these types of situations, right, I'm able to sort of get to understand and determine what is most likely going to happen. Okay, for example, at this particular area, right, I did know that the price was obviously going to end up pumping due to the fact that I had some evidence around these areas that were leading up to a price pump. So this is one of the reasons why I don't really like giving extremely long-term price predictions and all that stuff, because everything is just dependent on the price action at a particular moment, or depending on what situation and what evidences we have, then we can basically make our decisions. Like in the next 24 to 72 hours, we can have a forecast on what's most likely going to happen. So this is one of the reasons why Constantine, when Constantine was asking me, I don't know, a few weeks ago, right, obviously 3 weeks ago, I did create a video where I was talking about the price of Zilliqa was potentially going to reach 10 cents, and today we obviously came close to this particular area, and the evidence became very blatant a few days ago, in the past 7 days. This is when we had massive evidence that obviously we were going to have much more buying power, because we just had a lot of momentum and we didn't see any reduction in terms of the momentum. So these are the situations and the things that I kind of look at. You just basically look at the buying power and what's really happening. At least you can see a projection of that. So if we take a look at what has been happening on the 4 hours, right, obviously we are finding support on the red line, which happens to be the 20 simple moving average. So what's most likely going to happen is we're most likely going to end up bouncing here in the next few hours or something, and perhaps we might sort of get back to this particular area, and it depends how the situation is going to be with regards to Bitcoin. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why to a lot of you non-technical people out there, right, this is going to be like super confusing analysis, because I'm looking at BTC and I'm also looking at Zilliqa, because everything is connected. You see, when BTC started dropping from 28,000, right, 28,400, right, it started dropping to the bottom, right. Zilliqa also ended up correcting. Even though Zilliqa right now has like a lot of momentum, it also got affected. Okay, but if Bitcoin is going to be ranging, right? If it's going to be ranging, or if it's going to be pumping, then the price of Zilliqa is going to, pump as well. So if BTC starts ranging and just, flatlining, obviously also going to do very well. And Zilliqa is going to end up blowing up and just increasing in value. If the price of Bitcoin is going to go up, the price of Zilliqa is also going to go up. But if the price of Bitcoin is going to end up, correcting, unless they're going to 23,000 or 20,000 or 22,000 or 19,000, right? Guess what's going to happen? Obviously, altcoins are also going to end up correcting, and Zilliqa is also most likely going to end up correcting, but we just don't know exactly the percentage and to what magnitude these corrections are going to be. But of course, we've just got like a hint of what might possibly happen. Okay. So getting back to Constantine, right? So I really hope you understand why I gave you this answer. It depends on BTC, and obviously, right, in the past few days, BTC has been tearing it up. BTC has been exploding, and this is why the bullish momentum with regards to Zilliqa was also very high, because BTC was performing very well. So these are the factors that I really look at, and that's why sometimes when I give you such situations and such answers, you just have to understand, okay, this guy is sort of looking at different things, and it's a little bit complicated with regards to alternative cryptocurrencies, because you have to consider a lot of things. You have to look at the Bitcoin dominance, you have to look at the altcoin dominance, you have to look at the funding rate and all that stuff. But if we take a look at the funding rate of Zilliqa right now, right, we obviously had an increase in the longs, right, but we are still in the negative. So minus 0.0528% is what we're having. So perhaps we have like a little bit more juice until we start getting like positive funding rate, and so obviously the pumps from this particular area are not going to be that intensive. We're not really going to have like 30% every day, 40%, I don't know, 15%, because people are starting to become extremely bullish on Zilliqa, and perhaps this is not really going to propel the price higher in terms of the market makers influencing the prices, because you have to understand, it's not just retail FOMOing into Zilliqa at this particular moment. You have to understand that the Zilliqa team have got market makers. They've got market makers, and these market makers are meant to do the opposite of what the retail traders are doing, and that's basically how they make money. So funding rate is just some sort of indicator that you can use to look at it from a market maker perspective. Now, after I explain that, right, let me show you the funding rate of BTC. The funding rate of BTC right now is 0.07%. Okay, so previously we had a funding rate of around 0.082% on the 20th of December. And let's look at what the price did 20th December. So if we take a look at this, right, so this is what we had right over here. So this is the let me grab that vertical line 20th here. If I do that, then flip over to the smaller time frame, right, we obviously had like a slight correction, even though it wasn't really it wasn't really major. It was just like like a slight correction. This is the time that I created that video saying, 24 hours we're going to be having like a downtrend. That was probably like on the 20th. When was that? So here, yeah, that was 1 week ago, exactly 1 week ago. Okay, you see, so that's one of the reasons why I was like kind of able to like predict that, and just basing on the loss of momentum as well, I was able to like pinpoint this particular downtrend, and this is also very significant because I made very good amount of money on that. I made about 80% because I'm usually using 10x leverage. So these are the situations that I kind of try to sort of have a foresight on, because it's very important. At least it keeps me way ahead of the crowd, because everybody just thinks, okay, the price is going to continue going to 30,000, 35,000, which I agree, but there's going to be ups and downs, and you can sort of prepare your trades and be aware of what to avoid. So if we take a look at this particular situation, right? Okay, boom, funding rate 0.07. So we expect the funding rate to start going down, because if you take a look at this particular funding rate with regards to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has got a huge market capitalization. So a funding rate of positive 0.07, that's like so major. We have to have a correction. So this is one of the reasons why I am, inclined to believe that obviously, Bitcoin is obviously most likely going to end up correcting either today or tomorrow. So like in the next 24 to 48 hours, we should see some good price drops, and if that happens, best believe the price might end up going to around 23,463. This is where we have some like a lot of price action going on, and then the other area that you need to look out for is 19,000. So you have 23,000, which is corresponding to this particular area, because we had like a lot of resistance before we actually broke out. So previous resistance becomes next support, so that's obviously going to happen, and then we might do that, come here, boom, trade in there, then go to the top of this particular range, then come back down to this particular area, because this particular area is very significant. 19,500 to around 20,000 is a very strong area of support, because we obviously spent a lot of years just trying to get back to this particular area. So best believe we are definitely going to be able to like get back to this particular area, and then we're obviously going to come back and test this support. Is this resistance already turned into support? So that's most likely going to come. But before we end up going to this particular area, right, we obviously have a very minimal chance, let's say 30%, right? We've got a 30% chance of going back and test the 28,500, but that is, it's highly unlikely. I think we're going to like form some sort of lower high. Perhaps we're just going to come back to around, I don't know, like 27,600, and then just continue going down. So if we end up going to 28,500, that's obviously going to be like a very good area to like sort of get into stablecoins. But even now is like not really like a bad time to get into stablecoins and just basically safeguard your profits, because we know that eventually this is going to continue dropping towards the downside. So the other thing that I want to like let you guys know is I am not your financial advisor. Whatever you do, please do your own due diligence, because I do not want to be responsible for your profits or your losses. If you make profits watching my videos, then that's absolutely good. Everything is all on you. I do not deserve any credit for your profits or losses. Trust me. If you make any losses or if you make money, it's not really on me, it's you, because you made those decisions. So you have to be responsible and just do your own due diligence. So with that said, right, now that you understand my thoughts with regards to Bitcoin, let me get back to Zilliqa, because I really hope that now you guys understand why I kind of take a look at Bitcoin and I compare it with what's happening with Zilliqa. So if we take a look at what's most likely going to happen, right, to BTC is most likely going to drop correct. It's not really going to have like a massive crash. I mean, if we have like a massive crash, then that's going to be like a very good buying opportunity for the future. And always dollar cost average, always take your profits on time, and you guys are going to be Gucci. So most likely the price of Bitcoin is going to end up dropping. If that happens, then obviously Zilliqa is also going to end up correcting as well. But the magnitude of the correction with regards to Zilliqa is unknown, so it depends on the momentum. So at this particular moment, we can't really tell, so we need some more data. We need some more time to like evaluate and just take a look at everything else. So I also think that you know, like a sort of minimal, or rather mini double top can happen. Maybe we might come to this particular area, or we might form like some sort of lower high. If that happens, well, then obviously, you know, a correction is obviously due. So if you take a look at these particular areas, right, we almost had like a bearish cross on the simple moving averages. You know, we were expecting the blue line to cross down the red line, but that didn't happen because we have like so much momentum. But you know what, it doesn't really matter. Like these minimal fluctuations don't really matter, because by the end of it all, it usually pumps up. You know, it usually pumps up. Like every time we have a correction, that's like obviously like a very good you know, buying area and situation where you can end up sort of you know, dollar cost averaging for the future, because ultimately you are going to end up making a lot of money in the future. So a lot of you have been asking me like, hey, Muna, is the price ever going to come back below 4 cents? Trust me, the price is going to come back below 4 cents, because we have this you know, red line. I'm sure you can see this particular red line, right? This is where like a lot of trading action is. As you can see, the bars are like way too heavy on this particular one. So here we don't really have like a lot of resistance. So this is one of the reasons why even price discovery is a little bit weird, because we don't have like a lot of you know, we don't have thickness in the order book. I don't know whether that makes sense, okay? Because a lot of people were heavily trading below this particular area, so a lot of them exchanged their tokens already. So there isn't like very good price discovery in the order book. It's not really that thick. So this is one of the reasons why you see that the price of Zilliqa is extremely volatile. Like it takes like a few moves to like super pump. It's because the orders in the order book are like very, very, there's a vacuum in the order book, if I can put it that way. I don't really know how best I can explain it to you. So this usually happens like when you start entering into new territory. Like for example with BTC, right? This is one of the reasons why a few months ago, right, when there was like proper price discovery, it was very hard for BTC to make like $300 moves. If the price of BTC makes $300 moves, right, that was like a very great day, you know. But this time around, BTC is making $1,000 moves like it's nothing. You know, it's because the order books are not really that intact, and there's a lot of vacuums. So this is one of the reasons why we have these situations, you know, like all these areas, there's like literally nothing in the order book. So yeah, is there anything that I need to talk about? Yeah, because you know, when I make these videos extremely long, you guys are going to be like extremely confused, because you just need somebody to tell you, hey, buy this particular price, sell that particular price, and like that, you're not really going to understand, that you're not going to learn what it takes in order for you to like navigate these waters, and it's going to be hard for you to like survive in the future. So you need to learn how to trade, and just how to have like a trader's mindset, you know. So this is why I try to like give you like a lot of information, because you know, like just what I talked about in this particular video, right, if you guys have got some basic understanding of trading, right, I have given you like a lot of you know, important nuggets that are really going to like up your game. You know, I just gave you like free nuggets right now, and you guys didn't even know it. Yeah, but anyhow, if you guys want to be like a part of my private community, of course I don't have like a blatant signals group, because I'm trying to avoid people who just want easy stuff. You know, I don't want people who want easy stuff, you know, because it took me like 2 years of just anguish and just dealing with the bear market, and that was like mentally messed up. And I'd rather first of all put you on my level of thinking in terms of the markets. Then you can join the private whatever community. I don't want to call it a trading group, because if I say trading group, it's like one of those easy things, okay? Because I want the people in my community to be like super savvy and crazy investors as well. So I need you to like be on top of your game as well. So if you're interested in such a community, please let me know. First of all, we're going to be having like these one-on-one conversations, and just I'm going to give you all my trading secrets, like all the things that you guys had no idea about. You guys are going to like consume that like in a very short period of time. I spent a lot of years navigating through the bear market, and you guys can get like all those benefits, minus you having the headaches and all that stuff trying to figure it out. So if you are interested in such a situation, please let me know in the comment section. Just check the email in the comment section below, and send me an email saying, okay, you're interested. But one thing that you have to understand is it's not really that cheap. It's costly. It's going to cost you something. I mean, that's if you really want something of value in life, you have to spend. That's just how it is. And it's not really that cheap, but it's affordable. It is affordable. So yeah, if you're interested, please let me know in my email. Just send me an email, and then you guys we're going to talk, and then we're going to figure it out. So that's all I had for you today. So moral of the story is the price of Zilliqa is going to depend on what Bitcoin is going to be doing. So if Bitcoin is going to end up ranging and not really dropping that much, then probably Zilliqa is going to continue pushing up. But the pumps are not really going to be that extreme. So we reached almost 10 cents, right? So best believe we might slightly touch those particular highs that we had. If that doesn't happen, then that just tells us that Bitcoin is extremely bearish. So Bitcoin is most likely going to end up dropping. So expect 23,000. Worst case scenario, 19,000. So obviously I'm going to give you another update probably in the next 12 hours. So smash the likes, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be giving you consistent data like every 12-24 hours. So you guys are so blessed. I'm also blessed to have you. So yeah, just subscribe and be regular. So you see, the price of Zilliqa is going up because the price of Bitcoin is going up. So if we take a look at the smaller time frames, you see there's that particular trend which is going on, and then Zilliqa is also beginning to push up. So come on guys, this is like way too easy. All right, okay, talk to you a little bit later. It's been your boy Muna, aka Beyond 10x. Have fun, and I hope you understood. This video was long for a reason. Okay, those of you who are already sort of serious about trading, you got like a lot of nuggets for free. You're welcome. Yeah, take care.